Gotta put the time in, flip it, make it grind a little bigger.
Do it big.
You can never be a quitter.
Till the end, if it's win, lose, or draw. Go hard.
Make them hating bronze bitter.
Do it for the cause.
Gotta make your mind up, nigga.
Feeling like, off the leash.
Gotta be the pick, gotta let them.
Make them sick, pure venom.
You control everything like a dealer.
Do it big, never little. You a real go-getter.
Yo.
You ain't gotta show it all off. Girl, I know it's some fire up under them clothes. I know you know, but they ain't gotta know about that. I like that, like that. I know, girl, I know it's some fire up under them clothes. Fuck what the next say, I got X-ray.
The way you jerking, baby girl, I pray to God you ain't took it. It's the fact I was looking in the back playing hooky. I won't act like a rookie, but that ass kinda shipping, nigga. I bet the bait, yeah, you hooked the nigga. I'm quite impressed with that sundress, not even a contest. Tell me where you found it, I would love to be around that. And I hope it don't sound bad, but you really got around that. I really thank God that I found that. I just wanna mount it. Tell me if I'm over my boundary, cause I don't want another nigga around. No, my vision ain't cloud. I could never let that ass leave without. If you was looking for me, baby, then you found it. You can take it all off. Tell them other niggas just walk. Let them know that you done found a boss. Ain't no reason for the talk. And I said just a nigga get lost, cause I don't really wanna go off. You ain't gotta show it all off. Girl, I know it's some fire up under them clothes. I know you know, but they ain't gotta know about that. I like that, like that. I know, girl, I know it's some fire up under them clothes. Fuck what the next say, I got X-ray. Look, they don't leave nothing for the imagination, but mine works well. I can tell that you got something that I'm trying to see behind them seams of them jeans. You can't hide, that's no lie. She the type to carry herself a certain type of way, and I ain't gotta see it all. I got X-ray. You can bring that black little dress out when you want to, but in the meantime, girl, I see you live in HD, live in 4K. It's grown folks into the soiree. She say she want a Renaissance man. She said I got you. She say I'm too aggressive. I must have put too many peach emojis in my message. Wildin', and I ain't even seen it yet. My shit, girl, I be legit. This that one song that you gon' sing all day long. It's nothing, keep it moving. Come on, come on. You ain't gotta show it all off. Girl, I know it's some fire up under them clothes. I know you know, but they ain't gotta know about that. I like that, like that. I know, girl, I know it's some fire up under them clothes. Fuck what the next say.
No.
I got X-ray. You ain't gotta show it all off. Girl, I know it's some fire up under them clothes. I know you know, but they ain't gotta know about that. I like that, like that. I know, girl, I know it's some fire up under them clothes. Fuck what the next say, I got X-ray.
Yes, indeed. Number 6'4", like that Impala thing out of Cali one time.
Yeah! What's cracking lacking, man? Welcome to Big Benny Podcast, man. It's your boy, Boss Man Busy, and that guy right there. Yeah.
It's YJ, man. YJ the Pragmatic.
Mm-hmm.
We doing this. We doing this. Number 6'4", D-Love in the building. Early, boss over there vibing and whatnot.
Goddamn Crip walking to this shit, man. Yeah, man. That's the heat right there, man. Coming up. We haven't really talked about it. New project. Brainstorming. That's the first single from the project, man. Make sure y'all be ready.
Yeah.
Put you with a summer vibe on that bitch. Quick light.
Oh, yeah. Little summer vibe. You know, we got a lot to tap in with today on this Tuesday.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
man. That shit be jamming. Yeah, man. Salute everybody in the building, man. You know, we got to pay bills first before we crank this thing up, man. I feel like it's been a while since we've been in BBP, man. You know, BBP Studios, man. We back. Yeah. Yeah.
Been a little minute. Been on the reviews. Been on the review tip, the list tip, all time tip, and all type of. Yeah, man. So
yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I was going to get this thing crack-a-lacking. You need.
I like that action. Okay, we here with it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all.
Once again, it's on.
Hey, man, you know, I was thinking about something, bro.
Yep.
You know how the ABC, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, that community, you know, they are very well protected in a sense. Can you agree with that?
Protected to an extent, depending on the environment. Depends on the environment, but yes, and you know, they can be, yes, very, 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 especially talking about entertainment and you know that realm.
Yeah, just say, hold on, let me answer this correctly before I say yes or no. You feel me? I don't know where you're going with this. But I just feel if there's such pride within this group of individuals and the people that protect them, they will blackball your ass. They will. They ain't playing with you. I feel they should have the same amount of pride for those who pretend. And I don't even want to use the word pretend. Because if you're so protected, and I don't have no problem with you guys, let's go ahead and put that out there right now. Y'all should be throwing stones at those people who don't have the pride, who portray to be somebody that they ain't. If you know that you are a rainbow coalition, you wear that shit and be proud of it.
Yeah.
Don't walk around this motherfucker tricking people who ain't a part of that organization.
So you're talking about, man. Hold on, I should have had you set up. My bad, my brother, man. I should have had you set up.
Are you following me so far, bro?
I get what you said. Well, in you know, more, I guess other ways, yeah. You talking about the manifolds, the transmission with the manifolds on it, you know. You talking about the transmission with the manifold, the Edelbrock.
I like the way you stuck there, bro. I like the way you did.
the Edelbrock, you know, the extension, you know. Yeah, man, the surgery when it comes to these things, and you know, basically stop beating around. Let's get to this shit now. Okay, what was the situation? We had Chingy first. We got caught up with the transmission with the manifold.
Then you also had Eddie Winslow.
Eddie Winslow. I think
that was the one who was messing with what's the name is? Star, what the name was? You mentioned her name.
Yeah. Oh, the Sydney Star. That was
that was Eddie Winslow. Chingy. No, buddy. Well, she must be got both of them then.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's in love with her.
Oh shit.
But go ahead. I ain't know about Chingy.
Well, anyway, yeah, the Chingy, you saying Eddie Winslow. Then we had the Young Buck situation where there was some audio attached to that situation. That was a little different. That one hit a little different. Now, there's word, and I don't think it's true, but just in general, speaking about this thing, these entertainers, man, look, you got to put yourself in their position, right? You go into a dark club, after party, after hours, wherever you going into as an entertainer, right? Okay, you gonna pull some things, you gonna pull some joints up out of there. You got your entourage wanna have fun. You gonna pull one for yourself, pull one for the homie, pull one for, y'all gonna come out of that. But what I'm saying is, man, with the shit going on, and Boss Man D-Lo, did not Boss Man Blake, Boss Man D-Lo is his name. There's some things going around, and I tell you the truth, I don't even believe it. I don't, just myself, because it's all based around some text messages and shit. But going into this club and taking females out, how would you navigate this situation to not get caught up in something like this? Because I know what I think I know what would be going on, but how would you navigate this?
Yeah, when you're in the club, man, that's one of those environments where you're already probably, under the influence. It's dark, flashing lights. I mean, if you that type of artist or guy, you probably under the influence of more than just alcohol, and you are going to be approached by a lot of women. Some might not be women, but you think they are, and I think that's the wrong environment to run a quick test. Now, let's say this first and foremost. If an individual, and that's what I'm going to call them, I ain't giving them no him or her, know that they're packing something, that's longer than in my hand, they're not going to try you because they know what's the object or the objective at the end of the night, right? Yeah, they're not going to try you like that. But those that have went and seen Dr. Evil and got that taken care of, now that's where things get a little sticky, icky. Because, like, what kind of questions you gonna ask this young lady if you done took it to the grave? Hey, man, you ain't got shit chopped off down here, do you? That's your shit.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same though, right? Like,
I don't know. I never experienced it. I pray to God I never have to.
I don't know. I'm ignorant to the facts of the anatomy or what really, but the reason I say that is because, yeah, you can, you're going to be feeling on somebody and salute Timothy Taylor in the building, check the Adam's apple. That was the first thing when I first heard, that's one of the things, broad shoulders, certain little cues, her feet look like goddamn, feet look like woolly mammoth, got hairs on her foot knuckles and shit. Like, I don't know. But what I do know, I just wouldn't be pulling anything up out of that thing, man. Especially not in Atlanta. I'm going to just throw that out there.
God damn. Yeah, the world has become one of those places where you got to, for one, fact check everything. Now you gotta test a motherfucker. You gotta check this motherfucker. I need your cat facts. I need that shit, pimp.
Right.
Yeah, I need to know where you come from. You get that shit like what? You used to be a what? But anyway, like you said, bro. I don't know if it's true, but one thing I do know, man, I do know this. Someone a part of that community normally don't just come for an individual just to destroy their reputation. most of them don't like the fact that you denied the fact that it happened. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
What is it when you say denied it happened?
Anything. You ain't have to even take it all the way to the goal line. You could have, flirted. You could have kissed on the cheek, kiss on the lips, kiss it or that individual. And then, once they came out and told you what it was, now you're denying the fact that it happened. So normally, and I know how those individuals move. They ain't coming for you for no fucking reason, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we in an era of clout, and that's a whole nother layer to it.
But to pick out one individual. Just a random individual?
Yeah, that's all it takes. The clout, man. If anybody with clout can be clout chased, that's how
I like that. But you on one tonight, nigga.
Anybody, but that's facts though, man. Anybody with clout. But yeah, sticky situations, should be left for sticky individuals when it comes to that. He said, check the wrist, yeah, see, that's the thing, though. I don't think that, that was a specific talent that Ray Charles had, but I don't know how good I would be with that, being that my senses, your senses heighten when you ain't got vision, they heighten. But I don't think I would be good because I would be feeling, and just because it's dainty, that don't mean, hell, I'm skinny, shit, but yeah, you could tell, the hand, that's one thing for sure. I don't know about the wrist, but the hand, you probably could tell if the thumb is a little thick or if the fingers is long. Do a comparison.
They got some calluses on their goddamn.
Calluses on their head. Oh, yeah, you got them dog paws, girl.
Why you on that? You feel like you do construction work, baby.
Right. Man, look. Man, we're going to keep it rolling, man.
Oh, shit. Let me stop.
Episode 64. We here with it.
Yeah, man. So, we had to crank the show up a little bit, man. Just talk about some things. So, man, where we going to start? Where we starting? We going to start with Miss Angel, man.
Yeah, we got to touch on Angel Reese. I like that. They got a nice ring on it. We got to touch on Angel Reese. I seen a picture of her the other day. She was at the grocery store. I said, man, look at here. Like, boy.
Look at here, look at here, look at here. Boy, look at him.
Oh, she can't play no ball, but golly. The way, hold on. The way that she be, look, she hit the court, them edges be laid. And that's crazy that I even know the terminology that women use, how they say that, my edge is laid. The front of her shit, I'll be like, how the fuck does this shit, it be the fourth quarter and she's sweating and her shit be stuck right there like a tattoo. Hey, what the fuck?
Hey, just be like, you ain't gotta show it all off.
Right, yeah. You ain't gotta show it all out. But she show it. I'll tell you that. That's one thing about her. She don't give a damn. I seen her walking out.
Damn.
Just the whole ass cheek just hanging out. I said, golly, what is she eating? All right, we're gonna tap in with this flagrant foul that happened. CaitlynClark. Salute CaitlynClark, man.
Yo, go, nigga. I'm bullshitting. Let's stop.
Don't start that shit. Nah. We're gonna run this down and let me take the audio off. Just because
do something, because I don't want to know with the fuck shit, man. Come on, WNBA, don't be with the fuck shit. You understand me?
Yeah.
We trying to promote y'all.
Right. This is actually promotion for them. Let's just do it like this. Can you see it? Hold on. Is it sharing? Okay, we on the screen. Let's go. So, of course, someone crying about a foul. They, Caitlyn drops down, shoots a three, bricks. Angel Reese grabs the rebound. Boom. Boom, boom. For every action, look at that. Look at that. For every action, what is there?
Hey,
A reaction.
This is what she said to him. This is what she said to him.
Count your blessings, fuck, nigga.
Count your mother. For every action, there's a reaction. Let's watch it again. As Caitlyn, she feels, Angel Reese, she feel like she was just done wrong. Look at her.
That shit was
Look at her. What's all that for? Okay, let's watch this. Boom. She get the ball.
This shit was weak as fuck, bro. Hey, she was acting just like the guy that CaitlynClark later on took a picture with that flopping shit. That's what she was doing.
Oh, you talking about LeBron?
Yeah.
Look how amped she is, though. But hold on, I missed the first. Hold on, let me go back. Because I swore someone hit someone first. Boom, there you go. You see Angel Reese push that girl, the girl in the red. Watch what Angel Reese does when she comes up. Boom, loose ball foul. That's a loose ball foul. And it didn't get called. Boom. So you know what? She pointed at her and then she said, you know what, Hart? We're going to do this.
Count your blessings, fuck nigga.
Yeah, right. And then she get up like she crazy. Like she didn't just push that girl up under that goal.
Yeah. And at a closer angle, when you look and it's a foul that you question, all you have to really do is look at the accusee's face. And that's going to tell you whether they meant to do shit or not, bro.
Right.
You see? Did you see how she walked? Yeah. I was like, yeah, bitch, count your blessings, fuck nigga. Look at her face now. She meant to do it, but it was still weak.
Yeah, it definitely. As far as flagrant basketball rules, do you feel like it was a flagrant foul on her part?
Yep, I'm gonna tell you why. Even though it was weak,
yeah,
they looked at the same thing I did.
Yeah,
they looked at Caitlyn's response. Normally, when someone fouls you hard and they didn't mean to, they will try to hold you up or at least try to come help you up as good sportsmanship, right?
Right.
Caitlyn was like, count your blessings, fuck me.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a little tiny bit of follow through. If you see with that right arm, it wasn't just the initial push down right there. That wasn't it. She kind of came back, boom, right there. And there was some follow through on it. So she got the flagrant. As far as how Angel Reese acting, man, she need to chill the fuck out. She need to go and chill out. She pushed that girl off, and then she like, hold on, okay, well, we gonna do this. And she flopped. And the girl that Angel Reese pushed came back and stopped her from going at CaitlynClark. That's the wild part.
Yeah, they're gonna protect their star player.
Well, I mean yeah. Timothy Taylor say,
bitch, you can push me, but you're not gonna touch Caitlyn.
Yeah, you're not gonna touch her. CaitlynClark had 10 turnovers in her last game. I can't see because of that damn heart. Now she injured, out for at least 6 games. Damn, 10 turnovers. Yeah.
Well, I believe with women's basketball, with these two athletes, personally, they changed the sport for ladies basketball from college to the WNBA. What they brought to the WNBA is fire. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all this weak shit. We're ladies. We want to be respected just like the men are. And that's what they brought to the league. In the league, I don't know how the numbers are doing today, but I know when they entered the WNBA, the numbers went up.
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
Stadium sales, all that.
Yeah, I expect for shit like this to happen every goddamn time they play, bro. It's almost like, you know, the Pistons in Boston or the Pistons in the Bulls.
Yeah.
You can expect some bullshit to pop off at any given moment because that's just how the NBA was back in the day. Like, you gonna leave this bitch with a swole eye, a bloody eye, or whatever, bloody forehead. That's how it was. And the NBA ratings has went down because the game became so goddamn soft with these damn.
That ain't the only reason. That's one.
You say the 3-pointers is another one?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the 3-pointers is what you want to see.
That's what they want to see. But so many 3-pointers, I think, is the reason why we get these 20-point swings. You know, teams going up by 30. You know, like that's the only way it can be done is back to back. Then you get a game that's damn near unwatchable because it's 30 to 60. So it's a gift and a curse. I would say that people do love to see it, but if one team is doing significantly better behind that three, the game is damn near, you like, well, shit, what am I here for? You know? So if it's evenly matched, then yeah. Go ahead, my bad.
I mean, I can see that, but they made the 3-point line for a reason. Like, if I'm down, I can use this 3-point line to cut into that lead a lot quicker. But if the team I'm playing, they're bigger than us, they're going to kill us in the paint. We can take off on them by hitting threes because they can't do it. So, you know, I get it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
I just hate to use that as a reason why the ratings is going down. If that's the case, then that's the case. I like to see these teams down by 20, 30 points, motherfuckers come back and win the game.
Yeah, if they do come back, it is fun to watch. So, yeah, it's a few reasons I do think. Another reason I think is how the fuck they got the shit, and I don't want to go off into a big sports discussion, but how they got the shit set up now. Like, and I think with who is it, NBC coming back, that's gonna help. But when I was growing up, there was like national, like there was a game like national all the time almost. Like, and now with all of these different regions having different contracts, and you know, you got your own sports team, you got to go to a certain place to watch, you know. It's just so convoluted now as to how content our NBA is consumed with all these streaming and this and that. I don't know. Then the bootlegging.
I just want to ask politely. You said NBC is coming back?
With yeah, they said Jordan is going to be.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear. We can't speed past that without saying MJ going to be on that motherfucker, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nah, but he was, from what I heard, wasn't he there before, like before they left?
Jordan ain't never been a part of nobody commentary, bro. Ever. Jordan don't really get out unless he's watching his team play. You know what I'm saying? He might sit on the sideline, but having him talk, nah. Jordan said, I got.
I wonder what Gills. I see Gills and Rita. They was talking about. Oh, they was probably talking about when he was playing. That's when they had a contract, but he wasn't talking when he was actually playing, and then he retired and they stopped, or some shit. They were saying when Jordan left NBC left, and they come back, and now he's coming back to commentate. So I'm assuming they meant
commentate, bro. I've never seen him.
That's why I was saying I think it's when he was playing, like he was actually playing the game whenever he, you know, when Jordan retired, that's when NBC stopped, and then they started again. But I think that'll be interesting. That's a whole nother thing, but I think that'll be interesting. You know, you got the GOAT sitting up here just commentating on that. People are gonna be tapped in for that, man. People gonna be
real,
tapped in
for
for
real.
that.
That's gonna bring the ratings right back up, bro. For real.
Yeah,
That's a
it will. It's
huge
gonna help.
move by NBC. And I'm really, I don't want to talk about it too much longer, but I'm mad that they doing Ernie them the way they doing Ernie them. So they got to find a place for them. They have to. They have to. They have to, bro. Them dudes put in too much work. They're very entertaining.
Oh yeah.
They got to find a place for Ernie, Shaq, Kevin, the Jet.
Yeah.
Drunk Barkley. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna keep it rolling. I think back to the flagrant foul. I think it was a flagrant foul, and Angel Reese dealt with it a little immaturely, But just on this, in conclusion, CaitlynClark versus Angel Reese, WNBA record. CaitlynClark up 4-1 when it comes to them playing. So you can say better team, better, whatever. But that's the record as of now between that. Back and forth that we seeing. Yeah, that college game, that college was crazy.
Yeah. Caitlyn in her ass ever since.
Yep.
Ever since goddamn Caitlyn Angel done beat him for that championship. Caitlyn came back like MJ. Not a motherfucking game, not another motherfucking
Yeah.
Oh, manly face ass. But yeah, man, salute to CaitlynClark, man. You see, man. Caitlyn in the goddamn skirt. Yeah, she approached me in the club, bitch.
Oh, yeah, I see that. I seen that. I said, look at that trying to clean up.
Let me touch your throat, nigga.
So yeah, we gonna keep it rolling though, man. I guess, man, we gotta chop this Pap and Rem up. I don't know where to start. Where you want to go with it, man? I'm gonna let you have it. And we gonna go from there.
Listen, this is not the first time, of course, that we've seen Pap and Rem in the front of social media news, and I don't think it's gonna be the last time. I think the last time we're gonna see them is when Clarissa put them fucking paws on Remy. That's gonna be the last time. She gonna shut her goddamn mouth. I think that's what the last time it's gonna be. But it's what they're doing is they're back and forth. Who's right, who's wrong? Who did this, who did that? We can only take it at face value and use logic and common sense on who's telling the truth about what. Right. And with Remy, what makes Remy look so like she's capping? Let me just say that is when you
she's
say
a woman.
Man, you say he's broke.
Oh, okay.
You mean to tell me
I'm just fucking with you.
Those 6 to 8 years he held you down, he was broke. He waited to get broke when you got out of jail.
Yeah.
Make that shit make sense, Remy. Make it make sense, man.
Yeah, I will say this. It's hard for Remy to look good in the public eye. There's a lot of things like that for one. If he was constantly throwing that up in her face, don't nobody want to be in no relationship where every argument you get in, I held you down while you was at your lowest. Like, you don't want someone who's if in this thing, all this is speculative. I don't know if he was doing that. I don't know his financial situation, her financial situation. All I can go off of is what they are saying, and I haven't heard everything they're saying, but all in all, it's hard for Remy to look as she's, in the right to some extent to the average person listening. But I think they both on some bullshit. They're equally yoked in this situation.
So
they deserve each other. They go ahead.
So you a motherfucker, Jizzle. You like, I don't know if he really held her down. She was like I understand you are one who like to play the middle, and there got to be a balance. I get it, but for what the world have seen and what the world have come to believe during that time that Remy was locked up, Papoose was that guy for her who held her down. And one thing we can't deny is he went and visited her every damn week or whatever in prison, bought her this, bought her that. They're like, matter of fact, can we go and just watch this clip real quick?
Yeah, before we watch it, I just want to say to that.
Give me a drink.
Because, yeah, of course, you know, doing something like that, you know, a lot of people, they leave. You know, they don't tap in, they don't, you know, all of that when someone get locked up. So for him to do that, there's a certain amount of loyalty that comes with that should be reciprocated, that should be taken into account. And yet and still, once you return, I'm not in that household. I don't know everything. I wasn't there. We wasn't there. So is it an undying loyalty because of that? Like, you can do anything you want because of that now?
Now, I don't think he would sit here and do all of that and wait for her to come home and say, "Now I'm finna shit on your ass." Nah, that I don't think the evilest person in the world would do that, bro. Like, I'm gonna sit home and be loyal to you, faithful to you. And a lot of people say, "How do you know he's been faithful?" I don't know, but he stayed and he waited, regardless if he stuck his Peter whacking somebody else while she was locked up. In my opinion, he deserved to be able to do that. That's my opinion. But
shit.
if he didn't,
Golly.
Ain't nobody tell her to do that stupid shit. But if he didn't, salute to him. I don't think he's gonna be faithful to her while he could cheat all he want to while she's gone and never get caught, and then wait for her to get out to now shit on her. It don't make sense to me, bro. It don't.
Well, I think it don't, because I guess you're believing one's words over the other. Because she said when she was locked up that, you know, there was some things, and who knows? That's what I'm saying. It's hard. They was made for each other.
Like, when did she say that? She didn't say that shit until this shit popped off when she got caught. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna just say yes for sake of conversation, because I don't know.
I mean, we didn't hear nothing. Like, if she found out that he was cheating when she got home, even when he proposed to her, they got married, they had their kid all on TV, on social media, TV, whatever the fuck it was. One thing I know about a black woman is once you find out she cheated, boy, you in some deep shit. She never said nothing until she got caught publicly. Oh, he was cheating the whole time I was locked up.
That's how it go. That's the human. That's the human. That's why I say they're good for each other. Look, that's how it go though. Cause you know people will go through some things together. Like they'll work some shit out. Try, you know, it's for the kids, and it's, you know, they'll try to get through some things, and shit just builds up, and then okay, now I got to cut you. Now I got to. I'm just
Let's
saying.
take a look at Papoose, man. He goes on a rant. I actually just took this from my page, so let's check this out, man.
By me knocking him out, it kind of put it out there what's really going on. Also, she tried to fool y'all and say, what person would be in a marriage with a loving husband, being taken care of, bills paid, and cheat? You know what person would do that?
You.
You. Everything would be fine, and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, man. That's one of the main problems with you. I could sit up here and run through your body count, but that's not what I'm going to do, because I'm not here to tear you down, and I'm not here to disrespect you.
Now I want to just pause it real quick.
How is I'm not here to disrespect you, but you
listen, bro. One thing a man hates to have to go through because we have so much pride is to let the world know your woman cheated on you. Shit is not cool. No man likes to have to deal with that type of shit. He's out here saying this shit, bro.
Yeah.
This is something I wouldn't use as clout or capping to say, man, my wife was cheating on me the whole time, and I dealt with it. That is not something I'm going to tell the world, bro. I'm not doing it. Now, if I call her and I leave, yeah, okay, cool. That's her fucking loss. But to sit here and tell you, not only the easy to block captain was all in her ship and then sinking it and rocking it and all that shit, other niggas was doing it too. Man, please. I believe what he's saying, bro.
Okay, well, we can listen to a little bit. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one, because I think they made for each other. They need to get back together because they don't need. This man set up and anyway.
This shit is over with.
I'm not here to do that. But the fact that you mentioned my children and you fabricated after you have already been documented and recorded telling the truth about how I supported you when you was away. Telling the truth about our entire time together. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying, saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. You so
So, you know, we definitely going to agree to disagree on this. But, again, the finger got pointed at Papoose once she got caught. He stepped out with Clarissa Shields, was like, well, you know what? I'm not going to keep being boo-boo the fool for this lady, regardless how much I love her. I'm not going to be that no more. And I'm going to go find me a chick that I think is attractive enough for me that will not be scared of Remy. Because everybody, you know, Remy went to jail for shooting somebody, right? You ain't going to come out your mouth sideways against Clarissa Shields. We know that, even though you done tried it. We know Clarissa Shields will beat the fuck out of you. So,
and just the way I look at it, well, first, let me, before I get into that, Timothy Taylor say, Easy to Block Captain definitely played a major part in the ending of their marriage. New York rent is high. Husband just can't leave if he not rich. D-Love say, yeah, it's a wrap. Now they both need to keep whatever else left private. Yeah. So, and the reason why I'm addressing this like this, because you got a man, you got a woman in their relationship. Rarely on topics like this do I stand on somebody's side. I'm just not going to do it. Papoose, he could say all the, Remy, she could say, I'm not going to stand on either one of their sides. We seen with, what was it? Who was it? Samuel L. Jackson and his wife? Or who did we do? We done did, was it Samuel L. Jackson? No.
No, it was, what's the,
actor?
I don't know who you talking about, because we talked about this.
Jamie, no, it wasn't Jamie Foxx.
The guy who was going to leave, the judge. It was the judge.
Oh yeah, Judge Mathis. Yeah, like with that one, I couldn't just take a side. A lot of these stories like this, I will never take a side on because that's them two people, and they were equally with the fuck shit. That's just how y'all was in this shit together. If it was cheating, communication, what y'all did that, and with these two different sides, especially with these two specifically, Easy and I mean not Easy. Papoose and Remy. With these two, you know, Remy going live for 80 minutes, him going live for 20 minutes, you know. I don't know, man. Y'all deal with that, man, on y'all old time. In private is all. You know?
Is all.
Yeah. I mean, Remy got something to say.
Man.
No, I'm fucking with you.
No, you good. You good. I know you. When you bring it to social media, you've allowed for the public to give their opinion on what they've seen from what they have seen the whole time, because this couple relationship has been in the public for so long. And nobody denied or questioned his love when he was doing the things he was doing. Everybody looked at them as what you said. Do you put the hat on his head with that goddamn man?
Black love. Yeah, Black love. The poster child. That's why I don't feed into some of these. Go ahead. I'm my bad.
Black love.
Black love.
You see that? With the BBP stamp on it. Yeah. Like, now that Remy is caught, and she's the one who got caught first, whatever Papoose does after this, we don't give a fuck no more, because he deserved it. He deserved to do what the fuck he do. And it's something like, you know, you like to play the middleman, like, I don't know what the fuck Pap did to cause her to do this. But we do know that Remy said this man is now broke and she pays for everything. When this man was holding her down for what, 6 years? So all of a sudden he's now broke, that you're out of jail. That doesn't make fucking sense. It doesn't make sense.
Well,
and now, go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You know, you know, one mouth to feed is cheaper than two. That's the only thing I was gonna say.
Well, I mean, they here together now.
Right.
She started her battle league.
Yeah.
You know, that battle league became some fucking fuckery. You fucking one of your goddamn workers.
Yeah.
So it just, I understand a person in your stance because you feel like this is y'all two got to work this shit out.
Yeah.
But from what we see from the outside looking in, we all gonna go by what we have seen, and we could be wrong. Yeah. But the percentage I have to say from what we have seen with this couple, I would have to say Remy on some fuck shit, bro. I'm about to say that.
And you know what make it look bad? You went from fucking, or you went from one supporting one, supposedly, as you say, to what are you doing with Easy the Black Captain? You have a battle league and he's rapping on your battle league. You're paying him now. So either one, you know, one could say, hey, he was a worker for you, ghostwriting, he was your worker. That's what, you know, but that, okay, now let's take Easy. He's a battle rapper on your battle rapper league. He's still your worker. So she likes that type of situation, what it seems to be. So.
Yep. And Easy the Block Captain, one day he's going to give up battle rap. He want to start his own label. And he's going to sign with TuneCore.
Damn. This album was provided to YouTube by TuneCore.
In case y'all don't know what TuneCore is, just like a distro kid. And Papoose is, I think, a president over there at TuneCore.
Executive president or executive something over there at TuneCore, the music distributor. So that position alone, That's not a job. That's not a 9 to 5. If you call that broke,
Right.
she can call that broke all she want, but that's, you know.
Then
so.
she gonna then he gonna be working for her and him.
Damn.
Or he gonna working for her because he don't want to battle rap no more. He gonna work for her goddamn baby daddy. Real shit. Yo.
Goodness.
Yo.
Goodness. BBP episode 64. We in this thing.
In the building, baby.
We got a few more things to talk about. We got to get to this. We got to get to this feel good story. If you'll kick us off and set us off for the feel good story tonight, man. We ain't had one in a while. We got to have one tonight. God damn it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Yes, sir. So we here with it, as you see on the screen. That is Mr. Kyrie Irving. Look at the house now. Look at this house. Breaking news: Kyrie Irving of Dallas Mavericks basketball has invested $3.6 million to transform a house into a shelter for homeless youth in Dallas, Texas. That's the house. Golly.
It's a big ass goddamn house.
Goodness.
Shit like a fucking prison.
Hold on. Oh man. It's got an old the old style, kind of like, I don't know what the style of that you would call it, but these peaks on the house, it's kind of like some UK London or so, I don't know. But it says, in a groundbreaking act of philanthropy, Dallas Mavs superstar Kyrie Irving has invested $3.6 million to convert a house in Dallas, Texas, into a shelter for homeless youth. The NBA champion and 8-time All-Star has long been known for his activism and community efforts, but this last move marks one of his most significant contributions to social welfare. The initiative comes at a critical time as homelessness among young people in Dallas has surged in recent years, with many facing systemic barriers to housing, education, and employment. Irving's decision to fund this project stems from his deep commitment to addressing social inequities. Over the years, he has been vocal about the need for athletes and public figures to use their platforms for meaningful change. And he says, quote from Irving, "This isn't just about giving back. It's about creating opportunities for those who have been failed by the system." Irving stated in an exclusive announcement, "Every young person deserves safety, stability, and a chance to build a future." So he got it's a residential property. It will undergo extensive renovations to serve as a fully functional shelter. That's going to be crazy how to turn that into a shelter. Yeah. Most
definitely. You definitely have to give it up for Kyrie, because Kyrie have done so much for so many different people and throughout different parts of his career. Like, I believe it was one of the cases that we've worked where he gave to the family, to help bury their kid. You don't know them people,
right?
I mean, he gave like $35,000 to $50,000. Like, he does this type of stuff all the time. And I remember at one point in time that, I'm gonna say it just like this: they tried to paint a picture of him as a bad person with the anti-Semitic goddamn comments when he ain't wanted shot and all that shit. That was that motherfucking man, right? You understand me? But they don't like to say this type of shit about Kyrie. So I salute Kyrie. Kyrie is the reason why LeBron got 4 rings instead of 3. Yeah.
That was a bomb right there. Yes, indeed. That's for sure. You damn sure right about that. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah.
What LeBron 4-6, 4-6
Something
in the
like that.
playoffs. Yeah, I think
Something
he's
like
4-6.
I know his record is horrible. We know that though.
It's 4-6. I had looked it up. I was trying to compare him to Jordan one night, and I went to that stat. It got disappointed. So anyway, yeah, salute to Kyrie Irving, who will be making his comeback as a Dallas Maverick, along with Cooper Flag, along with Anthony Davis, along with the squad.
Street clothes, Davis, y'all.
We going all the way. All the way. Mavs fan, come on, MFFL. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
And that has
doubles
all around for that boy, man. And that has been another feel-good story of the night with Boston. Oh, man. Just noticed my camera was off. We here with it though. We here.
Hey.
You gonna kick the Diddy off, man?
Take that.
Yeah, I got to do something real quick.
So yeah, man. Timothy Taylor, I'm so glad that you are in the building. I know you probably don't like coming up on panel, but we're gonna talk about it because it crossed my mind. Watching Diddy, the testimonies from the situation and all of this freaky, nasty fucking shit that his kids, especially his daughters, and when I was talking to Jizzle about this, I said, you remember when Timothy Taylor brought this shit up, right? And I was watching a video. I can't even remember who it was. Matter of fact, yeah, the fuck I do. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick as I talk to you. But it made me feel, and I never disagree with you, by the way, but it made me feel like Diddy is very selfish. He's a very selfish individual for, I guess, wanting his daughters. And I'm going to say this is not disrespectful, but fuck his sons. Them motherfuckers around there was fucking around with Diddy too. Them were fucking them goddamn thotty bodies too. I don't give a damn what nobody say. But the fact that these young kids was in the midst of graduating high school and you want them there to hear all this old nasty shit that you were doing, regardless if it's enough evidence to prosecute him, you want them to hear what they daddy be doing. You gotta understand, your kids look up to you, especially if they're innocent. If they're innocent, they have no idea what Pops is doing behind closed doors. And now you want them to be there for emotional support for your monkey ass because of the decisions that you've made throughout your career. Well, take that. Go ahead, bro.
So you believe that it's him wanting them? Well, of course he would want them to be there, but at the end of the day, they have the decision to be there. So, I mean, even whatever he wants, they have that decision to be there. He could even not want them, and they could still come. So, I mean, I'm trying to think, and imagine if someone in your family that you love dearly was going through something like this and you were of a certain age, would you be there to show support, or would it, I don't know. I see what you kicking though. I do see what you kicking off.
I will say this, bro. Even if he did not tell the mom or the family to bring his daughters, he had the right, and the man, I guess the man in him should have said, don't let them come. I don't want them to hear this shit face to face, personally, up front,
right,
while I'm sitting here. He could have said that, bro. So the fact that they're there, remember, this is their father. What their father say they're going to do, right? So I can't confirm, but to me, knowing the person Diddy is, he wanted sympathy, bro. And I just want to play this clip right here. Shout out to I believe it's Dialogue. Yeah. Hopefully they don't mind. But this is Chopper, one of Diddy's former artists. Chopper, the one who was a part of making the band, one of the original making the bands. And he spoke on us. And again, salute Timothy Taylor for, bringing this up weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because it came back to fruition of what these kids got to deal with. So let's just watch this real quick. We ain't gonna watch the whole thing, but I definitely want to touch on this, man, because it stuck in my head.
Using his daughter for sympathy.
I believe that I believe his daughters didn't believe it until they seen it. You heard me? And a tad bit of them were in disgust, number one. And number two, they can't believe that these people are saying this about their pa. So I believe that Diddy got his kids and his family around to make it look like he's a family guy, good guy persona, when the real truth of it is, if you have these type of serious charges, you shouldn't want your daughters around to hear this type of shit, because number one, it's
Pause it
embarrassing.
right there.
Number two, it's disrespectful. Number three,
and the only reason I said pause it because I'm trying to think. So as far as what Diddy did, if Diddy did everything that they said from prosecution, as far as racketeering, all of that, is murder worse than what Diddy did, or is it, like the Bible says, all sins are created equal? Do you feel like murder would be, like, just flat out charged for murder would be worse than this?
I mean, murdering anyone, yeah, I think that's worse. Comparing sins at this point, I don't think that's where I'm going with it, but I understand where you're taking it.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
Go. No, you got it. I cut you. I want to let you get your thought off.
I just feel like I said earlier, these young girls are innocent. And they may be even virgins, bro. If I had to assume, and I don't know that. That's an assumption.
Right.
But to hear this about someone that raised you and said they love you and they will never hurt you, or you teaching them this is what you should expect for a man. And I'm hoping that he's done this type of shit, because that's what you're supposed to fucking do for some teenagers. Because they finna go into adulthood. Remember, they finna graduate. They just graduated shortly after this goddamn shit. So it's like, now I heard my pop saying all of this shit, and he mean to tell me, you mean to fucking tell me he's been doing the same exact opposite of what he's telling me to find in a man?
Okay.
Would you, let me ask you this, and I'm sorry. Would you lose respect if you was in their shoes? Exactly what I just said. Would you lose respect for your pops if that was the case?
Yeah, I would be looking at them side-eyed. Now, when I said all that to say, when it comes to these murderers, serial killers, all of these people, the one thing you see a lot of the times is this: the family will support behind the person. And this is something we seen it a lot you know, I don't know how. That's why I'm starting. As the more I'm thinking about it, I don't know if it's that abnormal excuse me, to tell you the truth. I don't know how, you know, as far as what Yellow Beezy family was there. They, you know, um, hell, Ted Bundy or not Ted. We've seen serial killers have family, you know, behind them in the courtroom, and it's family. So yes, you're gonna lose respect for them, but as family, I just think you want to be there. I don't know. That's why I was trying to make it personal in my mind. Like, what would I do if you know? Because you ultimately are the one with the choice. You know.
Yeah, I think with me, and I think everyone knows how I see things, and this is just who I am. I can't help it. I'm always side on the side of right, whether you're a family member or not. Now, like I said, they're innocent, and they might not know that none of this shit was going on. But to hear this evidence, I think the simple fact that we all know Diddy have wild ass parties. We know that. They may even know that. They just don't know to what extent. And the fact that all this information came out after they done seen their father beat the shit out of Cassie on camera. Yeah, it's respect lost now. That I see that. This shit that I'm hearing about him gotta hold some fucking truth. That's what I'm thinking as an 18-year-old kid if I'm sitting in that courtroom. This nigga ain't shit. You ain't shit, nigga. Because you gotta think about it. They got a mother that slept with Diddy. That's how they got here. Nigga, did you do this shit to my mom? Now these things are going through the head, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, there's definitely that side of the coin. I can see that. What's good? Welcome in Just the Facts in the building. So they're both 18. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're twins.
Okay. See, I ain't even know all that.
Yeah.
D-Love, damn, I done missed it down. Okay, my bad. I'm sitting here reading. That's too far. I done went too far up in the chat. Timothy Taylor say his daughters might have complicated relationships if the men they date use Diddy as an example. Goodness. Just the fact said they can go to court. There's no big deal there. They have money to therapy. Well, they after listening to that shit, you might need a little therapy. You might need a little therapy. You know, might need a little herbal remedies and all type of shit after listening to that, because that's the thing about it. And I was having a conversation. It's a guy by the name of Brother Nasir the other day. I went up on a panel and he was talking about like how they're just building this. Like right now, a lot of people are saying like, the things that they're talking about, this isn't racketeering. This is freaky shit that they talking about. Getting pissed on and licking cum and all this. Like this shit is not illegal. This has nothing to do. But from his standpoint, what he was saying was basically they're just building up. Like they haven't really started with a lot of the violence and things going on. They're just kind of building character, and the feds, they got a certain progression they're going through, and once they get to that violent part and all the other things, it's really gonna get thick. But we shall see, man. This thing, we've seen Kid Cudi, Usher, Cassie, the fucking escort dude. There was some escort up there, right?
Yeah, they call him the Punisher.
Come on now.
Hey, but he said he got that name from sports though.
Come on now. Hit him with that Boosie. Come on now.
Yeah, I just want to play a little bit more of this. I ain't gonna draw it out, but yeah, let's just watch a little bit more, man. Because that shit it touched me because I'm a father of daughters.
You're down bad for even letting them come into a situation, to hear the innocent. I believe young ladies are innocent, and I don't think it was the right thing to do to allow them to go to court to hear this type of stuff, especially when they're innocent and virgins, and still got a life to live. So I think Diddy is he's a little sick for that too, but that's just my opinion. You dig? I think he's a little sick for letting his daughters come to that trial and letting them hear all that. You dig? To try to it's selfishness. You dig? Because you're trying to give the court, you heard me, an understanding that you're a family guy, yet and still when they hear all this type of stuff, it makes you look bad either way, regardless of how that sound. And the jury, number one, ain't stupid. And the judge isn't stupid. They know what he's doing. Period. That ain't a smart move. I don't think that was dope. So I hope that you heard me. It wasn't Diddy idea to do that. I truly do because you already being
So as
perceived as
far
a
as
sick.
information, as far as the information aspect of it, they're 18-year-olds. They're at this point where they have there's discernment in an 18-year-old. So to get the information from the source, from what's going on, I can understand it. That's all I'm gonna say. Do I think it's right for them, or do I think they should know every little detail about their father's sex life? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying from from a couple standpoints. Really, the one I just had, and from now when I'm talking about the information of it, like they're not gonna get any correct information from the internet, or they shouldn't be seeking that out on the internet. If they're gonna hear it, or they want to know, or they're curious, then I believe that's the only place they're gonna get it is just from the source type of thing. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the internet is a motherfucker. It's a gift and a curse. I mean, and that's why I said, and I think that's why Chopper said it. That's the way he said it. Up front and personal, you're getting this information, and you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot different from the internet because shit can be spun a million types of ways. So I think to have them have to hear this shit, and then in their head, I love my father, and I want to believe that he wouldn't do no shit like this. Why are they saying these things about my dad? That's gonna traumatize them girls, man. That's gonna traumatize them.
It may. It may. It very full well may. So yeah. Just the fact said, proven arson is, I guess he's talking about the Kid Cudi situation. Proven arson in court usually involves a combination of physical evidence, expert testimony, and witness statements. And circumstantial evidence, I believe the government has proven all of these statements. Diddy is charged with sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion, transportation for the purpose of prostitution, and a RICO. I think the government is well on their way to proving it all. This case is just the facts in here. Talking that shit. He said this case is easy money.
Listen, and I want to just go back to what you said earlier when we was talking about what it looks like right now. Like Chopper said, man, and this is what I've been thinking the whole time, because a lot of people say, what are they doing? The case look weak. It just looked like domestic violence. Man, this shit is, they setting all this shit up, man. Don't think because we done spent a week or two on just this shit that we coming close to the end. Do you know how long Young Thug goddamn trial was? You feel me? This shit is not nowhere near over. It's over when the defense and the goddamn prosecutor rest. They ain't close to that, man. I think they just doing what they need to do. They know Diddy got the money. Yo, you gonna pay for this, nigga? Yo. Hey, what the other homie? What the homie said? He said something. I think it was this right here. What's this?
Okay.
Stay strong for a nigga.
Stay strong, fuck. Yeah.
Like, you got the money. I hope you got enough that's gonna last you throughout this whole trial because it's nowhere near over. This is just a setup, man. It's almost like the battle rap. This whole probably 2 or 3 bars for to set you up for this right here. And you ain't even see it fucking coming, bro. Them people ain't stupid, bro. Them people ain't stupid. They ain't spending all this time when we know in our eyes what we're seeing is like this bitch, this is domestic violence. No, you're right. But that ain't what we're doing right now.
Do you know if after I think of a state case being brought forward and then the feds picking it up. Have you heard of a federal trial happening and then after conviction or whatever, the state pursuing charges as well? Can that happen? Or do you know if that can happen?
I mean, federal is the bigger of the two.
Right.
So, you know, I've never seen that happen. I don't and I don't want to be funny. It kind of don't make sense because you would think that being that the Fed has it, that's the worst it can get. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like if a state pick it up, it's like, okay, well, the Feds had it. Shit. The time that they gonna fucking give you is worse.
Yeah, that is gonna be day for day, goddammit. But the only reason, because just the fact said that Rico, he brought up the state charge and then bringing up that this is a federal charge, and I you know, we already seen the civil charge, and basically that was Diddy in this. I think how much he paid. What was it? 20 million to the hotel that leaked it in. 20 mil to or 10 mil to Cassie or some
20,
shit like that.
20,
that shit went down the drain. That shit went down the drain. You done paid somebody off and they right there on the thing saying, can you point to Sean Combs? After you just paid. Imagine how that shit, you just paid this woman $10 million. Feds said, come on. Talk to us. And she got to do it. It ain't no, you know, you got to do it. She come in, boom, Sean Combs, he did it.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you why he did it, because he knew, Diddy knew it was evidence out there. He knew that fucking footage was out there. And if he would have not paid her off and this shit would have went to court and they seen that footage, yep, the state would have picked it up and hell, maybe even the fucking feds. And guess what? You would have been doing time for this shit. So you would have lost money and lost time, your freedom. That's why he would have, bro.
Yeah, and you know he's denied the plea to from the feds or whatever happened with that. So yeah, it's gonna go all the way through. There is gonna be a conclusion in this shit. So you know, hey, like we said before, stay strong, fuck nigga.
Y'all, man, I salute y'all for tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all commentary. Yeah, 20 million. It was 20 million. Yeah, she got a nice little fresh ass 20 million.
Oh yeah.
And when I will say this, and I leave it alone, you can tell Cassie is up there telling the truth because she has said things that could help the defense and the prosecution. That's how I know she's telling the truth about everything she has said.
How do you feel about this narrative? I heard there's a real life street stars. They have their, you know, quote unquote lawyer that comes through. He talking about Cassie better watch out because at the end of the day, she can be a co-conspirator in this. I'm like, what? But yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's just throwing it out there. I'm instigating shit. Instigating shit.
I have to respond to that because I hear a lot of people say a lot of shit about Cassie and her role and what she played in it. I heard this.
Yeah.
You have to go back. Cassie was very young when she started fucking with Diddy, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try not to go off on a tangent. You know, the times we have conversations about the youth YJ, and how what they go through influence their decisions in life. And you know me, I'm the one who say, man, fuck that. Be strong. There's other people who went through the same shit you did and came out strong. Nobody wanted to hear that at all. Nobody. That's what you think, boss. Okay, cool. Now we got Cassie right here who's been dealing with this fucking demon. And she fell in love with a motherfucker that she thought she knew. A woman who got a man who's a music mogul making millions and millions of dollars, done put all this shit in her fucking head. Remember, 19. Yeah, she's young. Now she's a grown woman. You mean to tell me what was said about the youth and how they're coming up and what influenced their mind to go out here and shoot up the fucking city? That can't happen to fucking Cassie? Man, shut the fuck up, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. Because that's all I kept hearing when I was trying to say, man, nah, the youth, they got their own decision. Nah, man, it's how they came up, all they surroundings. Now everybody want to put it on Cassie that she's the evil. Oh, she went along with it. But look who she was around. Y'all want me to humble my answer. Humble your answer, Blake. Okay, well, humble your answer, nigga.
So if when it comes down to it and the things, you know, Cassie was saying she was on drugs heavy. Diddy at the time was on drugs heavy. With them both being on drugs heavy, if you're going to give certain grace to a Cassie for the drugs and what part they played on the mental state and the actions, do that same grace be given to Diddy, or should it?
Cassie wasn't hurting nobody, man. Cassie was just doing what she was told. If you go back and you just look at now, when you talk about grace, everybody deserves grace. Let me just say that first and foremost. I don't like Diddy at all, but I think yes, he deserves grace. But when you have done evil things to people, you had a decision to make. And I think your decisions were made because of the power that you had. You feel me? You didn't make these decisions. Yeah, your mind might have been gone at certain points or times in your life where you did stupid ass shit. But when it continues to happen, even in your sober mind, I can't. Some of that grace, I have to like, okay, nigga, you was doing this shit on. You didn't give a fuck. You just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Stay strong for a nigga.
It's gonna be a long ride.
Yeah,
stay strong.
Fuck,
it's gonna be a long ride. Stay strong, man. Stay strong. And just last but not least, the black conscious narrative around this, trying to take a black man down.
I ain't trying to hear that.
I'm not going
for that shit, man. Bubba Dub, if you watching it, cut that narrative shit out. No, we ain't with that shit. Bro.
Oh, he with that shit, man. Come on, D-Town. Come on, Dallas.
I be in Bubba Dub goddamn chat. Bubba Dub be putting my comments on the screen. Yeah, nigga. I told Bubba, I said, you keep taking off on me. Your booty gonna be the next one, Dub. He say
never. That bobblehead ass nigga, hold on. Tell he grew up around some women. He grew up around nothing but females, Graves. That boy neck be bang. No. Trash. Anyway, man. We gonna keep it moving. Gotta get to the meat potatoes, man. We got one last thing to touch on tonight. Yeah, man. BBP episode number 64. Chevy Impala with the Daytonas, the 14-inch Daytonas on a mustard, on a mayo, on them bows. We here with Now ride out. Hey, before I just want to touch this last thing since we, he said, do y'all think Puffy's security guard, D-Rock and Ruben, are going to testify? Their names keep coming up, and we need to hear from them. They might hold key information. Ugh. I don't know. I don't. But as far as them holding key information, yes, they more than likely do.
I know that nigga Gene Deal so be talking, boy.
Gene Deal, man. Gene Deal, Jaguar White, Charleston White. What is it with the last name White? You just gotta expose some shit. You've been felt like if you black and your last name White, you've been feeling you had a complex your whole life. So you got, I don't know what it is. Jaguar White, whoever the hell.
I want to read this. He said, just the fact say, when you look up the profile of all 12 jurors, you know for a fact that Diddy's cooked. The only hope he got is the dude that works at the deli. I think that's what it said. The rest are going to cook him. Hey, man, look. My football coach taught me a long time ago. You looking for sympathy, you better look in the dictionary between syphilis and shit, nigga. How about that?
I remember you said that. Man, you said that shit in a group chat one time. I said, what the fuck, man? This boy from the South. Hey, he from the South. He from the dirtiest. It's just the South.
Yeah.
The old South. With that shit. I said, man, looking for the dictionary between syphilis and shit. Oh, man.
Real shit, man. Yeah. What we got for the meat and potatoes, bro?
All right. We're going to talk about this jailbreak. And at some point, I'm going to stop this one and go to the updated. This is for one of the initial reports. Then we're going to go into the reports as from, I think, 1 or 2 days ago, where they're starting to get some of the people or arrest some of the people that have been helping these people. And I think one of them, his last name is Senior, something Senior, and there's a something Junior with the same name. So somebody's getting help from their daddy and all. So we're going to tap in with this, man.
Still on the run after escaping from a New Orleans jail early Friday morning. Right now, a manhunt is underway in Louisiana for 7 inmates who were still on the run after escaping from a New Orleans jail early Friday morning. A total of 10 inmates, some murder suspects.
So this is an early report. So 10 escaped, and at this point, 7 are still on the run. And then we're gonna fast forward to later. But just for clarification's sake.
Broke out of the jail, breaching a wall behind a toilet. This is new video of 3 of them being recaptured on Friday. They were transferred to a secure state facility with the help of Louisiana State Police and a SWAT team. Investigators believe the inmates may have gotten help in that jailbreak from inside
they knew
the
that
sheriff's
shit early.
office. CNN's Rafael Romo is joining me with more on this. Rafael.
Hey, Fred, the escape inmates range in age from 19 to 42 years old and face a wide array of charges. Several have been charged with murder. Authorities say they made it out of the jail around 1 a.m. Friday morning after breaking open a door and then breaching a wall behind the toilet. They appear to have left graffiti messages about the hole they crawled through. The message said, quote,
This right here, and just working in the field I work in, look around, you see a square around the hole, a big square, not the initial square, but the bigger square that's a square, not the rectangle. This had to be the most piss poor toilet for a secure facility ever. Piss the fuck poor. They had a bead of caulking going around this thing to an exterior wall. 1 bead of caulking.
Hey, and believe what YJ say, because he knows this business.
This just piss poor engineering. for it to be secure, there would have had to be a sheet metal or plywood, 3/4 inch plywood, something behind there. If you're trying to keep someone in, all they did was squirt some goddamn caulking around the damn toilet and plug it up to the drain. The big circle on the bottom, that's the drain. Let's go.
We innocent, and the words too easy, LOL. Another video released by officials shows the inmates running across Interstate 10 into a neighborhood where authorities say they found clothing. The Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office announced 3 of those inmates who escaped Friday morning have been recaptured, including 21-year-old Robert Moody, 24-year-old Kenan Dennis, and Kendall Miles, who is 20 years old. The sheriff's office said Moody was caught thanks to a tip and are still asking the public to provide information to help them capture the rest of them. As you can imagine, people in New Orleans and the rest of Louisiana are both concerned and outraged about the massive jailbreak, something that became evident last night during a press conference that turned confrontational. Let's take a listen.
So no one was watching live video all night at the jail?
I won't say no one was watching live video, but there are over 900 cameras.
How did nobody see them leaving the jail?
There are over 900 cameras in this facility.
How did no one see a massive jailbreak? But it's your job. It's your job to monitor every single person in this facility every day. Do you want to say you're sorry to the people of New Orleans for having this happen?
We are underfunded, understaffed, underpaid. So
don't that sound like the fire department in California?
Yeah, and you have mentioned that about law enforcement too, so it gotta have some fucking truth to it, bro.
Yeah. That's.
We do our best to hire staff and retain them, but like everyone else, we're short.
And Fred, some Louisiana officials are not mincing words about what happened, especially after Orleans Parish Sheriff Susan Hudson acknowledged that she believed the inmates received assistance in their escape from individuals inside.
Okay, so that's where we're going to move forward, because at this point, they didn't know who the people were who helped them get out. But at this point, you got any commentary on that so far?
I'm just going to say this and we keep moving. If humans are involved in any type of situation, it's not going to be foolproof. It's not going to be foolproof.
Yeah.
Discussion.
Yeah. Yeah. The level of corruption that goes on, they in there with cell phone going live. Going live on IG. You swipe TikTok, you see somebody in the damn state prison on TikTok live, all type of shit. They wiring up the human innovation is crazy. Not innovation. I say intuition when it comes to being creative, to making the best out of what they have. Black people, we have done this for eons. and when it comes to the prison industry that is going on now, there's a lot of innovation and things that people are doing to keep some semblance of freedom. I will say that.
But don't do that shit when they free.
Right. You good point, boss. You thinking? I wish I had that meme with that dude. Like, yeah, be free, and be a log on the damn.
Don't use their brain for shit when they free. You get behind the wall, but they become a MacGyver, nigga.
Right. So yeah, this is the updated story. We're gonna tap in with this, man.
It has been more than a week since the infamous jailbreak at the Orleans Justice Center.
So this was 2 days ago that this video was put up.
It has been more than a week since the infamous jailbreak at the Orleans Justice Center. 5 inmates have been caught and 5 others remain on the run. And while investigators continue to search across the New Orleans metro to find them, they're arresting several people for allegedly helping these inmates after the escape. Good evening and thanks so much for watching. I'm Whitney Miller. Tonight, 2 more alleged accomplices are facing charges, and that brings the total number to at least 9, and we're learning more about their cases. Our Rachel Hanley starts tonight.
9.
Hold on.
9.
So originally 11 of them escaped, correct?
Hold on. Let me run it back real quick.
To at least 9, and we're learning more of these inmates after the escape. Good evening, and thanks so much for watching. I'm Whitney Miller. Tonight, 2 more alleged accomplices are facing charges, and that brings the total.
So accomplices, this doesn't mean the people who
right
are running out.
Right. So what I'm getting at is you had 10 to 11 of them escape. 5 of them got caught, but they done caught 4 other motherfuckers who got their help that.
That were free or were working for the jail.
Hold on, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro.
Count your blessings, fuck, nigga.
It's a lot. So okay, we got the numbers down right. You know, we got the numbers down right. Okay, let's keep it rolling.
Total number to at least 9, and we're learning more about their cases. Our Rachel Hanley starts tonight's coverage.
Yeah, 9 days out, the number of escaped inmates arrested is standing still. But the number of people arrested because they're suspected of helping them keeps going up. Saturday, we found out 2 more people had been arrested on accomplice charges. Lenton Van Buren Sr. was arrested Friday. His relationship to Lenton Van Buren Jr., one of the escapees, is still unconfirmed.
How is it unconfirmed if you Lenton Van Buren Sr. and then you got Lenton Van Buren? Like, how is that unconfirmed? I thought that was weird. Lenton Van Buren Sr.
This shit's a fucking circus. That's all I'm saying.
Relationship to Lenton Van Buren Jr., one of the escapees, is still unconfirmed. Angel McKee was also arrested Friday. She and Van Buren Sr. are charged with being accessories after the fact. At a hearing today, their bonds were set at around $1 million each. 2 other people were at that hearing too. One was Emmett Weber. The NOPD shared these pictures of officers entering a home in New Orleans East Friday. 4 people in the home were suspected of helping the inmates, but Weber was the only one they ended up arresting. His bond is $1 million too.
So it's got to be the dumbest shit. I mean, I think they said the percentage of jailbreaks that are successful is somewhere around 1%. And out of 10 people, so it's like they playing a numbers game. You say we're gonna run out 10 people and one of us may get away.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Tripping.
For real. Listen, man, I don't want to put too much heat on, the department or the facility, because anything is possible. So I don't want to say they're not doing their jobs. I'm not going to be the person who sit here and just bash them. But when it comes to running this type of facility, like you said earlier, you peep some shit. You peep some shit. I was watching that a fucking video that I'm pretty sure they already knew.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing about it, bro.
Yeah.
That's their fault. I can't take that fault away from them, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. The facility, as far as, building, whatever, the guards, it's crazy, but I understand why it happened and how it happened. Just an oversight, being lax, and an oversight, clear oversight. As far as the escapees, families who are harboring fugitives, like what make you think that's not a charge? And my thing is, with these 10 people who were escaping, I would like to know how much time they each had to begin with.
I'm pretty sure. I hope they ain't one of them ain't have a month left. I hope one of them ain't have 37 days left, like like Finesse two times on parole. Yeah, I hope it ain't nothing like that, stupid. I know a few of them were murderers or convicted murderers, allegedly.
Okay.
But I do look at it like this, Jizzle. How many people behind bars, not just that prison alone, that people are being held and they're innocent?
Yeah.
So,
that's true. It's
we have to look at it both sides. Now, these guys might be convicted and they deserve to be where the fuck they're at. But there's a lot of people in these prisons that don't belong there because they goddamn was a part of a corrupt system that just want to put a murder or put some type of charge on this guy and put you away and hide you from your family for the rest of your life, and it's not right. So this type of shit, I will laugh. I will laugh at your dumb ass.
What about the family? You laughing at the family too?
No, never that. The families of the people that they kill or the crimes.
No. The families that and the people that are helping the people get out and
high five. Shit.
Timothy Taylor says it's not family hiding them out. It's more than likely it's lonely women who are in love, and it may be some girlfriends in there. It may be that. I know with that one specific person where it was they had the same name and one was a senior. I feel like that's probably his daddy. So, that's a father's will, man, to, it's just how he processes things. And when it comes down to it, man, he want his son free. And at that point, I stand on, how I stand on anything else when we talk about, not being able to take justice in your hands all the time.
Yeah, we
look where he at now.
Yeah,
look where he at now. $1 million bond. It's like, man,
just like the father of the 18-year-old kid who got killed, and the father didn't like that shit, so he went and just ran over a random fucking guy who was retired.
Ryan Hinton. Yeah, and I looked up that Ryan Hinton the other day to see if anything else had came through, and it was something minor that came up that they were updating about, but I cannot remember at this point. But
while you were thinking of it, I will say for YouTubers who's in here trying to say that man wasn't driving that car, man, shut the fuck up, man. Saying
who said that?
Yeah, saying it was an old lady who drove the car. He didn't do it. I said, where the fuck did you get the information from? Off of social media. Somebody said, I'm telling you, I was there. I saw it. It was an old lady who drove. Well, where the fuck this old lady get in? What happened to her?
And why the defense lawyer ain't say that during the damn press conference when he said that he was driving us?
What is so the old lady gotta be hurt? She gotta be hurt, bro.
We need the story. We need the Tasha K. Where you at? God damn it. We got to hear. D-Lo say one was one of their grandmas, and that's so man. And that's sad to me. That one of the accomplices was somebody grandma got caught up in this shit, man. That shit crazy. Somebody grandma, and grandma, man. Look,
grandma was just in the case, bro. Oh, Yellow Beezy.
Yellow Beezy grandmama went up on that stand. Yeah. He ain't never did nothing to nobody. But did you hear that song? Goddamn. No. Did you hear that song? She said, D-Lo say, right is right, wrong is wrong. My kid mess up, get locked up. That is where they will stay.
That's what I'm talking about, D-Lo.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
She putting that pressure on that. She putting that pressure on that keyboard right now.
That's what I'm talking about, D-Love. That's why I think it's gonna hurt for your loved one, especially if it's your child, to have them spend the rest of their life in prison for some shit that they did. Well, goddamn
You know
it, look how old you is. Look how old I am. I ain't never do no stupid ass shit like that.
And you know what that plays into?
What's
Back
that?
to the Diddy with the kid and the parent. Parent up there in front of the judge and the kid back. Do you think that stands the same from a child to a kid? What she say? Wrong is wrong. If my parent mess up, get locked up, that's where they will stay. Do you feel the same way about?
Let my pops do some shit like that. Your 86-year-old ass, lock his ass up, bro. Because we don't stand on principles and morals like that, bro. That ain't what you taught me, nigga. That ain't what you fucking taught me.
Let's go. Okay. We get some straightening here tonight, man. We get some straightening in here tonight, man. She said no one exempts. She said Timothy Taylor say somebody grandmama house got federally raided. That's just so sad.
That's sad to hear somebody grandma.
Somebody, but you know what? You talk about all these dope boys with all this money in it. You know, the dope boy be right at their grandmama house. And grandmama house been getting raided since raided was raided, and that's the sad part. But you know, that's a whole nother.
I turned my goddamn cousin and he over there right now. Nigga, you killed who? The police had to do? Oh, hey, come get his ass from up out of here.
Ooh, shit. Damn, cuzzo.
I ain't never killed nobody. Never. We ain't put that shit over here.
Yeah. Man, oh man. So that situation, we just wanted to bring it forth, man. Talk about it because we ain't been up here chop it up about no real topic type things, and yeah, that's what the BBP is for. But
yeah, definitely, man. We gonna get it to you whether you like our opinion. But one thing we ain't gonna do is put any false narratives on anybody. Because sometimes I bring stories and why they say, nah, bro, nah. I don't know, man. And I respect it. I respect it. We will never be like your normal YouTuber, content creator, blogger, whatever the fuck you want to call us. We're not them.
Yeah. The most, and just to that point, the most that from me, myself, this is a duo channel, but if you ever in the future see a title, which you won't see it again, if you ever see a title that say NBA YoungBoy new song is heat, NBA YoungBoy new song is fire, just know the boy YJ trolling, man. I apologize to the people out there who did, see that. And then a lot of people didn't see that video. It did not do too well. So but hey, that's the furthest I go. That's the furthest. We not clickbaiting. We not doing none of that shit. We gonna stand on what the fuck we think. But hey, sarcasm. Hey, look, let me tell you like this though. Sarcasm and clickbait. There's a thin line between sarcasm and clickbait.
It is. If you were to watch that video, you'll see, boy, that's a bunch of sarcasm in this motherfucker.
But yeah, man, this has been another one, man. Salute to those people who are still tapped in. D-Lil say, thank you for your explanation, YJ, because he is certified garbage. Yeah, is all,
Is all.
With it. But yeah, BBP episode 64. It's been a good one, man. Some good discussion like always.
Yeah, man. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Salute Timothy Taylor because, hey, one of our goddamn segments is because of you, man. And I think, when y'all put y'all feedback in the chat, man, don't think it's never thought about. Because I was like, man, Tim said this shit right here, man. He said this shit. So salute to y'all, man. We got nothing but love for y'all, man. Real shit.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. I think the next Tuesday, we got we doing something special, right? Saturday, we going to do.
Yeah, yes. Friday. Said
Friday. No, I think we said Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it Saturday? I can't remember.
I'll go back and look at my motherfucking text messages and confirm.
Okay.
That.
Yeah, but Saturday or Friday, we're going to pop up with the top 5 female rappers of all time. And we got a long list to draw from. Some of them ain't even got full projects out. China White.
Don't do it.
But we're going to talk about it, though. You know, we got a few other things in the mix. It's a versus battle as well.
Yeah.
It's a versus battle between, I'm not going to say who it's between, but I want to say who is between as far as the artist, but not the people it's between. It's a producer battle. That's what it was. Dr. Dre versus Timbaland versus battle. Yeah, man. I'm not even going to say who. Go ahead.
One of us is not a part of it. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's keep it at that. Keep it at that. Little cliffhanger at this thing, man. Boss Man, Blake, YJ, Mr. Boss Man, Busy, YJ the Pragmatic, whatever you want to call it, however you want to mix it down, man. This has been BBP episode number 64. Yeah, man, tap in with us one time. Hit the like button for the BBP one time. You feel me?
And one more thing for my nigga goddamn Diddy.
Count your blessings, fuck, nigga.
Siento aquí tu presencia.
I feel your presence here.
La noche de anoche.
The night of last night.
Y nos ponemos a llorar.
Face card 2.
We stand alone, nigga. It's too much talking from these niggas that ain't doing shit. I try to keep the peace, but niggas about to ruin it. You ain't influence shit. Who you think you fooling, bitch? I'm the one that do the shit. I suggest you keep it moving, bitch. I don't got no time for foolishness. I'm on my Rick the ruler, bitch. Some say that I am rude as shit. I might make your bitch my newest bitch. She say she need a cooler. Another bitch will come and do the shit. You might think that that's ludicrous. But you tripping, I ain't new to this. Don't know who you fooling with. I came up with hooligans. If I had to rewind time, I would be a fool again. I'm stepping on 2 and 10. Bitches tell me you the man. With all that talking, if you bucking, nigga, do it then. Niggas be with that tough talk. I'ma hit a nigga where it hurt when I find out how much that slut costs. And I ain't even got a touch, dog. Back a nigga get brushed off. Your bitch got a big butt, dog. I'ma mud the bitch and then cut her off. Yeah, this fuck boy won't do shit. You gon' hear about him in a news clip. We laugh about it at Roof Chris. See, real niggas keep glued lips. Fuck boys won't move shit. So next time you better think about it. That big talk don't do shit.
Yeah, a lot of talk, but ain't no basis to it. And in front of Pro Tools, the only time these guys really face the music. Yeah, and it's the sound of the gavel slamming. I'm feeling like LeBron. I know the rules, but I'm gonna travel, damn it. We the logo, we the pillars, fuck feelings. We the cornerstones on both sides of the building. 4 corners, people like they should have forewarned us. Fuck it, I ain't telegraphing punches. No precursors to the reemergence. All of my verses just be a snapshot of my frequent purges. We the ones that brought the cipher back. We did some shit that they ain't seen before. We put wings on a tiger's back. All facts brought emotion constant. And it's definitely not an act when you see me on some nonchalant shit. And when my back's against the wall, you won't see me fall, win, lose, or draw. My elders told me to stand tall. What? Yeah. Ride out. Ride out. Face card 2.